Welcome back to the Outpost Workshop. My grandpa's going to teach y'all how to carve a magic tree today.
All right, that was my grandson driving. He was wanting to do the introduction. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to carve a little magic tree. I started out by doing this, and first I wasn't too happy with it. Then I did this one. Then this one. Then I moved on up and I did this and hollowed out all the way through. And then yesterday I did the magic tree. Got faces in it. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but you can see all the way through. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do one like this. And we're going to start with this right here. It's just, what is it? Engraving you pose. It's about 1 3/8 inches. And we're just going to start. Let me get Rupert here. Got to have Rupert. First thing, set it up somewhere to make sure it sits level. You don't want it all wobbly. Alright, then we just going to start. We'll come down the bottom. We're just going to start cutting in. This is not the softest basswood I've ever had, but it was free basswood. And what we're trying to do is just get the bottom part set. Here's we're cutting in to get rid of that. Here's the cutting in. We're also kind of going off to the side here. And if you want to put a limb on there, something like I did here, you need to go ahead and mark that to start with as to where you want it. We'll just put one right about here. Then you can kind of carve around it. You don't have to worry about a tree being straight. And we'll shape that later as we go by. Just get that little push cut in there. Then we kind of got that established where that limb's going to be. As far as the knot hole with the face, you can put that anywhere. Let's see. Still want to get this. Cut right in where I wanted that knot. Well,
got 8.
I can hear you back there.
Are you recording?
Yes.
Got 8. No, go in there and get your sandwich and come in here at 8.
This is not the shortest video. So what we're going to do is I'm going to break away till I get this thing roughed out the way I want. Then we'll come back and we'll do more of the finer work. Okay. All right. I've got pretty well much roughed out. We're just going to put some marks in here where the roots are going to be. The rocks are going to be in here. They don't have to be no certain shape, no certain size. You can get them to overlap each other. We're just going to come in here with a stop cut. that little mess out. The deeper you go, the more room you're going to have to curl them roots. And if you want to go all the way through, let the light show through like I did on the one, you can wait till you get a lot of this done, then you come back in with a drill and just kind of right through there. See. Want that top part right here to be kind of deep. You want it to cast that shadow. See, starting to and what I did here was, when I made this cut up here, I'm going to take this one, just kind of make it look like it's going up underneath that one, supposedly. If you're a new carver, and if you're an old carver, I highly recommend you get involved in one of your local carving clubs. I know I talk about that every time, but you can't find a better way to learn. I mean, it's good to learn here on YouTube, but it's not like sitting down with somebody with a lot of years of experience and them showing you how to do things. Let's see, we got all four of them in there, all right? So we want, remember, your tree's always going to be bigger at the bottom than it is at the top, but you want to get kind of towards the bottom here, just kind of like that little swoop cut on it. The more that swoop you got in there, you might say, the more it's going to look like that rock's up underneath it. And they don't have to be perfect. You don't want them to be perfect. But we'll go back and round them. Yeah. Try and get that off. Get it out of the way. Alright. I was kind of giving it some basic look there. Alright. Now, we got her limb is going to be over here. So we can just come in here with a stop cut. And you can make it a limb, or you can make it a like a big old burl or something on it if you want. Just kind of shape it up. This one is just limb sticking outside. That's kind of what you want them. Time to give it a little depth there. And the tree don't have to be straight. It can go in it. See, it's kind of, we want to leave a little swirl, little bend in it. Yeah, start a little bit. Get some of this off there. I said, this is not the easiest, the softest piece of basswood I've ever had. But it's still cutting alright. Alright. You can see how small I am here, so I got to get some of this off the if you get a chunk like that, don't worry about it. It's a tree. A little swoop it there, a little swoopy there. Kind of make that limb start sticking out. Remember, always safety first. Make sure you wear your glove. And that way, you got a big old knot over here. Where we gonna put that little space right over there? That's probably the hardest part of this little tree. Just kind of shake that up a little bit. Yeah, remember how deep you want to make that old limb. See, it's starting to shape up, look like a limb to me. Work in it where you feel happy with it. Bob Ross would say, happy little tree lives here. Well, this is your happy little limb. Put it where you want it. Make it look the way you want it. Yeah, she's starting to look decent. Let's see, we're gonna have a little knot down here. Let's just kind of put this little rotted out place on top of the tree right here. And go as deep as you want to go. I mean, you don't have to put it in there if you don't want to. You can take a little gouge, something like this. Just eat that, cut that out, give it a little depth, see? When you get to that point, let's see. You want to give it a little more. Take it away from the tree. Just cut it out a little more. It's up to you. See, I'm happy with that. Alright, we want to get rid of some of this right here. We don't need all that. Let's just whack that off. So you don't have to be all smooth and round. You just want it to be dog barking in there. Grandkid mama's here. Alright, so we're going to put this little face in there. You know, probably the hardest part about this, you know, we're roughing all this out, so I suggest you come in here and just kind of draw. You don't have to be straight. It can be crooked. And come in here with a stock cut. Go that full thing. And then you want to give a little depth right off the bat. Now when you're cutting this thing out, I'm going to give you a little hint here. Leave this center point high. That's where your nose is going to be. You want to go ahead and leave it high. It'll make it so much easier when you get ready to do the face. Well, it is a little face. It's not going to have much detail to it. Alright. Just come in here, make a little swooping cut right around the outside of that knot hole. Now, Rupert, yeah, you gotta talk to your knife sometimes. See, it don't take a whole lot to make that stick out. And don't worry about if you get too big, that's fine. It's yours. You can make it, always come back and make it smaller. Trim it up when you put details in. Oh, you can see that. It's sticking out there already. Yeah. All right. Just kind of make this top part up here smaller. So it's always going to be smaller at the top as it gets up. Let's go ahead and get some of this out. Don't worry about it if it's got big flat planes in it. Get a little more out on the back side of this. It'll help make that limb stick out a little more. Come on, Rupert, get right in there. And if you're wondering why I call this knife Rupert, named after my father. Miss him. When I was making the handle for this knife, I had him on my mind, so I just named it this knife Rupert. Alright, that looks pretty good. Alright, we're ready to start doing some detail work, I think. Alright, so we're going to start the bottom and just kind of work our way up and do the base layer. So let's just go right in here. Get this the way we want it. Cut that deep. We want that deep. To make it look like it's sitting on top of that rock. Like I said, you can go in there and drill a hole all the way through if you want it to be able to see light all the way through it. Now we just come in here and kind of trim that corner. Give it a little look there. It won't have to be take that and come in here this way. Kind of makes it look like this one. It's coming up underneath that one. See, give it a little. Taking the edgy knife, cleaning it up a little bit. Don't ever think you have to just carve something straight. Turn it this way, turn it that way, whichever way you best for you to work on it. Get that high deep point in there. Let's kind of give this an overlap. Little character to it. And go around it 2 or 3 times if you want, if you need to get it the way that you're comfortable with, or you like it. I mean, after all, there's only one person you have to please, and that's you. So if you're happy, I'm happy. Everybody, you know. Oh, you're going, why? Why are you calling this a magic tree? Well, why not? I say wood carving is magic, and so if you're wood carving, well, where does that come from? It comes from the tree. Might as well be a magic tree. Get a little swoop in there. Give that a little more character. I hope I'm staying in the camera. I'm trying. See, by going deep in all of these little cracks, that makes it look, gives you that depth that you're looking for. And if you got a big opening, depending on the size piece of wood that you use, you can always put your little gnome door down here. Like he's got a little entrance. That don't look too bad to me. Okay, so let's go on and just kind of work our way up. We're happy with our little limb. This little thing is starting to come together. All right. All right, let's kind of see if we can get this the way we want it. Just kind of eating out this top part here. You don't have to go real deep. Just enough to give it that little hollowed out look. I'm happy with that. Yeah, I'm happy. Okay. Now, we're ready to do this little face. And I told you, leave it high in the middle. Make sure you got a good stop cut in there. All the way around that edge. Alright, I want to show you how I've been doing these little faces. You can tell there's not a whole lot of detail to it. Here's another one up in that knot. That made that a little deep, I think, but it works. So what I'm going to do is clean that up around the edge. Get this cut back, because you want it to be up in there. You don't want it sticking out past it. Well, you may want that. I don't, because you don't want to break that nose off. If you keep it up below that area right there, help keeping that nose from getting broke off as things get moved around. Alright, now this is a simple way of trying to do this, because you're not going to have much detail. Just let me kind of step by show you with a pencil. You want to make a cut all the way across, and cut all the way across. You don't have to just go in, cut back to it a little bit. And cut back. Cut all the way across. Put a stop cut in. Turn it this way, turn it that way. Cut up to that line. This is where you gotta be careful. The reason I end up making this one hollowed out because I kept breaking the nose off. And so I finally ended up just making a hollowed out tree. And it's usually a good thing to switch over to a good detail now. Make it cut across. Get into it. There you go. There goes that nose. That's okay. Yeah, I told you it happens. Alright. We're just going to come in here. You can see this. Take the pointed knife about the middle. Go in. Cut back to it. The same on this side. Got that cut. Where is that little monster? Well, Robin, what'd you do with that tool? Oh, there it is. Just a real small banner, smallest I got. I'm just gonna go right in beside where I cut that nose. See? And that cut. Yeah. Good line in, then you can come back. Take some of this off. I'm going to cut back up into that nose. Kind of get them scraps out of there. You can come in here with your point. Not gonna worry about putting eyes. You're just gonna put some little deep cuts in it. You just want that appearance of a base in there. Just brush some of this out, see where we're at. Yeah. We're using this little small binder. We're just going to trim it up a little bit. On both sides of where that nose is. Make it kind of pop out. We're starting to get a nose and a face in there. It's kind of deep. Straighten this chin up the way we want. Oh. Clean this up a little bit. Now, you can see he's got some place where his eyes, a place where, get if we can give him a little bit of a mouth. We ain't got to do much, just put a good little stop cut in there. He ain't happy that we're messing with this tree. Just want to clean up the inside of this thing. Let's brush you up good. Get all that out. Yeah. You're looking like a halfway decent face in there. That's all you gotta have. Now, we're gonna take a B tool and we're gonna start adding the tree bark. We're just gonna kinda, on this inside, we're just gonna kinda. There's no certain pattern or way to go. Make some of it deep, some of it not as deep. You just don't, you know, you don't have to be perfectly straight. I like to just, like right here's the face, I'm going to kind of work around it, work my way towards the top. Up there towards the top, you might want to get a little deeper in places. Need to get it. We're coming off that little broken off limb. We'll come back and do a little more work around that knot hole. And we're going to start down here at the bottom, work our way back up. Give it a little curl, whatever you want. You don't have to. I mean, you can give this to. Yeah, you're going to get some little fuzzies on this thing, but that's all right. He'll come back and clean them up. Now you can just, if you don't want to do the one at the little face in the pine knot, you can just do one like this. To me, wasn't as much, not as challenging. Let's say we got that one, that one, that one. That's pretty, well, there's a little place we ain't got. Yeah, up here around the, near the pine knot, or near the knot, we just kind of do a few little small cut, make it like a little detail on that knot. Now come in here where this rock is. You can take a little banger, do a little more detail to it, so when you dry brush it, it got more little places to pick up. Okay, you can just take this thing and you can paint her any color that you like. On well, I done lost a tree. Not right in front of me. Well, this one, this one is good. I like the color on it, but I like the darker one better. And I just used a burnt umber, watered down a whole lot, and just gave it a light wash, gray with the rock, and then come back with a little pure white and just dry brushed it real good. And so that's the little magic tree. Got a little limb on it, a little face in the knot, a little rock. All you gotta do now is paint it. And so we'll see you next time. And remember, wood carving is magic.